This video is for part 5 of the image creation sheets. The directions say that we need to use the rule, which is right here, to create the image and determine if the shapes are similar or not. So we need to apply the rule 2x, y against this original shape to create some image. Image is the term used for the new shape. So what this rule means is multiply 2 times the original width, and since there's nothing there in front of the y, it's the same thing as having a 1 there, so it would be 1 times the original height. In other words, the original height is going to stay the same. So as we can see here, the original shape, the width of the original shape is 2, so this is 2 wide. And the rule is telling us to multiply the original width by 2. So 2 times 2 will make the shape 4 wide. We know that so far. And the original length is 2. This is 2 tall. So now this is saying the original length, 2 times 1 is 2, so we know our new shape is going to be 2 tall, which would make our resulting shape look like that. Now let's just look at this to see if it makes sense. This shape is supposed to be 2 times wider than this shape. Is this shape 2 times wider than this shape? Yes. And the y is telling us to keep it the same height. Is this shape the same height as the original? Yes. And the last thing we need to ask ourselves is, are they similar? Is this shape similar to that shape? And if you can't tell by looking, which it won't always be this obvious, all we need to do is look at the numbers before the x and the y. Are the numbers before the x and the y the same? In this case, no, they're not. The width is being multiplied by a different amount than the length. So since they're being multiplied by a different amount, the answer is no. They are not similar. Alright, so for number 2, the original is 2 wide, so 2 times 1, because it's plain old x, is 2, so we know it's going to be 2 wide. And here the original height is 2, and this is telling you whatever the height or the length is, you got to multiply it by 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So the length of the image, 4. So here's what our new shape looks like. Is it the same width, because it's plain old x, as the original? Yes. Is it 2 times taller? Yes. So we know we did it right. Now the next question is, are they similar? No, they're not similar because the numbers before the x and the y are not the same. In other words, the width is not being stretched by the same number that the length or height is. Now number 3 is a little bit different. What we're going to do first is we're going to just look at the x and the y, and if there's any numbers being multiplied against them, we're going to look at that first. Then once we're done, then we'll worry about if anything's being added or subtracted, and we'll take care of that. So here the original figure is 1 wide, and is there a number in front of the x? Remember, we're ignoring this plus 1 for now. Is there a number in front of the x? No, so that's the same thing as saying 1. So this original shape is 1 wide times 1, so our image is going to be 1 wide. Now looking at the height or the length, it's 1 tall, and there's nothing in front of the y, which is the same thing as a 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. So if that was all the rule was, this would be our answer and we'd be done. But now we have a plus 1 next to the x. Back in variables and patterns, and just from simple plotting points, we know that x is always horizontal and y always refers to the vertical part. And since we're adding 1, when we count on a number line, or even when we have our coordinate grid, the positive numbers go towards the right. So since we're adding 1 to the x, we're going to move the new figure or the image one space, and since this is a plus sign, one space to the right. So our resulting answer is just pushed over 1. Now the question, are they similar? Similar has nothing to do with position. In other words, are the numbers before than the x and the y different? No, they're not different. They're the same. So these two figures are similar. It has no bearing on where the shape is. That's just like you having a twin and then the other twin standing here or standing here or standing over there. It doesn't matter where the position is. So these two shapes are similar. Since they're identical, they're in fact congruent as well. So for this video we finished numbers 1, 2, and 3. The next video we'll start off with number 4.